Okay, when I was originally doing research on the barbed and tang type arrowheads a while ago, I had done another video over a year ago, I guess. I was under the impression that they were all on a large side, but it turns out these Armorican arrowheads are quite small. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to take those two Armorican arrowhead videos, the introduction and the other one, the abo style, and put those in unlisted state and then link them in the description below. I'm not going to delete them, although I was thinking of doing that. I'm not going to delete them. If you wanted to watch them, you can go ahead and do it through the link in the description. Okay, now to give you a sense of the scale on these, I printed out the some pages from the article. Okay, and it has some very nice pictures on the arrowheads, with the various types of flint that they're made out of. Okay, so to give you an idea, this is actual size. I printed it to scale. I printed it several times so that it, with different percentages, and I finally got it to where the scale down here is actually 3 centimeters. Okay, in actual size. So these are actual size here. Now, I made this arrowhead earlier today, and you can see the barb is broken off. I actually dropped it during the hafting of this piece here. But just to give you an idea, this matches the proportions of most of these. Okay. I'm not sure exactly which one it matches the best. Probably this one here. But anyway, I did make a mistake on that. I made that Armorican arrowhead way too large in the video. Okay, this was the first one, the abo style one, and this is considerably larger than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this size here. Now, in the study, it does mention that that the preforms were made with soft hammer and soft material like antler or something, but the notches and the final shaping is done with copper. There is, on the real artifacts, deposits of copper that have oxidized over time, so it looks like a greenish white deposit on the arrowheads. So I'll be using copper awls when I redo the video on napping the Armorican arrowhead abo style. It'll be sort of a hybrid, Neolithic. No, it's a early Bronze Age, right? Just after the Neolithic. So it's not fully without metals. You know what I mean? Okay. So the way I hafted this one and the way I think they were hafted, this is just my opinion though, is they were, the notch was cut for the arrowhead first, and then wrapped with glue and thread down a little ways, and then everything covered over with the glue. Okay, the thread and the glue is in the notch as well, and then it's reheated later. I reheated it, spread the glue and flattened it, and then inserted the arrowhead and made sure it was straight and centered and all that. And then I did a final wrap over the glue around the base so that it would contain the glue around the base. Okay, and then I made sure I pushed the glue down so that the transition was smooth between the arrowhead and the wood. Okay, and there is a substantial amount of glue in there. Now the thing is, I had to be very careful on how much glue I used. I had to use a minimum amount over the wrap because the space between the barb and the actual and the glue in the arrowhead is so small that the thread barely fit, this thread wrapping. Okay, and I'll take measurements. I'll show you the measurements of this shaft here to accomplish that. Now all these here have very similar distance between the insides of the barbs. So similar, in fact, that I can get a very good average and then make an average size point. But I was amazed. I put this shaft between all of those, and it fit very closely each time. Okay, so they were very aware of the distance between the inside of those barbs. It's very consistent with those arrowheads. Now, I don't know if they selected these based on dimensions or color, maybe both, but I'm amazed how consistent they are as far as the bases in the barbs and how they're proportioned. Okay, so that's it.